Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie. I have these cozy fall 1.0 die cuts that I'm hoping to use today. I have the Vintage Floral Faux and Typewriter set. I have this Wedding Blooms border, and I have the Flower Shoppe Basics. So these are super. I love that. Some of these are very easy to just make up quick cards, like this paper here. You could add a sentiment on that and done. These could be cut out for a little nice little center focal point on your cards. I will have over on my blog a few more cards. I didn't use all of the cozy die cuts, but I also have another video actually coming out that is going to use the coordinating tags and tickets. So I have a piece of cardstock here that's going to be the depth of my card base, and I'm going to run some double foam. This is just, here in Australia we can get this from Bunnings, and it's just relatively thin foam tape, but I've doubled it up here to give it a bit of extra oomph. And this is going to just have some, it's not going to be flat onto the cardstock, it's going to have a little bit of dimension. The only thing I need out of this paper is going to be for the typewriter. I wanted the florals. This card is very different. It's busy for me, but I wanted the typewriter to do a little bit of paper piercing, which I haven't done for yonks, a long time. So this is just stamping this down. I'm going to emboss this with a little bit of clear. So I use black VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I just use clear embossing powder. This, I don't have to worry about black. I don't think I actually own any black embossing powder anymore. I have a couple of colours, but nothing major. I have also used the Vintage Floral die set that coordinates with that, and I could have just left it be with the vintage, and that would have been the paper, the Flower Shoppe paper, and that would have been quite nice, but we're going to give it a little bit of depth, and I'm using the C7 on my piece, and I have C5, C3 and C1. Yes, C5, C3, just to give it some little bit of depth. It's just pretty much, the paper was a little bit too smaller print for what I really wanted it. But I still like how it turned out. And it was very, very different for me, so I'm happy with that. With paper piercing, what you want to do is not to cut on the outside of your image. So you want to, outside of the line, you want to cut on the line or a little bit inside the line, so you don't end up with any white. My sharpener just exploded everywhere there. And have a nice smooth cut, and that's going to fill that in quite nicely. I am basically using the olive green yellowish, the dark chrome yellow for my flowers and leaves, and just some cool grays with some white to blend that in and give the impression that, you know, when typewriters have, especially these older style typewriters, it curves over. So I'm going to do a little bit down the bottom and a little bit up the top, just to give it an interest and a little bit of depth. Because these are only very small, I'm just using the one color. As I said in other videos previously, no stress. We don't want to stress. I did forget to cut out my paper off my Mitch because we don't need him. And we'll adhere him down with a little bit of Paper Rose liquid glue, which I just put into a small nozzle bottle. I used to always use multi-matte medium, but I left the lid off and I killed it. So sad, so sad. So we're just adhering our little floral paper from the Flower Shoppe Paper Collection onto our card base, and just giving an idea of which way I wanted this around. I got a little smudge on there. I always end up with dark things on my fingers, probably because my sharpener exploded. If you are liking this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and you can adjust on what you want to see and how much you want to see. My head's in the way, I am sorry. This sentiment is from the typed, I think it's Arty Love. My stamp set says typed sentiments, but I have a funny feeling they may have changed that sentiment and it's now Arty Love sentiments, typewriter sentiments, something along that lines. And I just wanted something that was going to fit into the middle of my typewriter, and it fits perfectly. This is the Cozy Fall 1.1 embossed die cuts. And I just thought that was a little bit of interest. Now I am going to alter that bottom one because you're not going to be able to see him very much whatsoever. A little bit of embossing surgery. If you've been with my channel, you know that I do this to a lot of my embossed die cuts. The ones that I had left were they're still available in the shop. I'll leave a link down over on my blog. And the ones that I had available, there was only one that had this great big pot with the flowers. I can't think of what the other ones were, but we sort of saw them before. Adhere that down with a little bit of glue. Quite a lot of glue, let's be honest. I am very much an over adheser. And that is my card. Now, what you won't see, I do put a couple of blinks on there. What you won't see, but you'll see in the photos, I have the odd little dot on my panel. I just decided it needed a tiny little bit of black without going too overboard. So like what I do with these little clear crystals and just have them here, there and dotted around, I'm also going to do that with a black glaze pen. You can see that there. Now that's it for me today. I hope you're well, take care, and talk to you very, very